Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I will share the result of my resume from three materials about aeration, coagulant, and fluctuation. First, I will introduce myself. My name is Zulfa Nafisatul Azizah. You can call me Zulfa. I was born in Blitar 22 July 2002. I live with my parents in Blitar, East Java. I am a student from the State Islamic University of Maulana Malik Ibrahim Malang. My hobby is traveling. Then, what is aeration? Aeration is making holes so that oxygen can enter, so that there is a process that goes well because oxygen is reactive. In other words, aeration is the process of contacting water with oxygen so that it can spray air into the water. The purpose of aeration. The purpose of aeration is reducing levels of carbon dioxide or CO2 contained in wastewater. Increase the amount of oxygen so that the oxidation process and bacterial decomposition are maximized, and eliminate chemical compounds that can affect the smell and taste of water, such as methane, hydrogen sulfide, or other compounds that are volatile or evaporate in water. Example of aeration. First, in the aquarium, aeration uses an air pump or blower which will spray air into the aquarium. If the aquarium pump is turned off, the water will become cloudy and the fish will die. Why? Because the amount of oxygen in it will decrease when no outside air is pumped in. So when oxygen is pumped into the water, it will increase the amount of dissolved oxygen. Second, in the water that we see is clear, it is not necessarily good quality and suitable for drinking, because there may be ions that are not good, so it is not good for consumption. The ions that are dissolved in the water, even talc filtered, do not necessarily have mineral levels that meet healthy limits. Third, aeration events in nature apart from water triples in rivers. There is also superlarge aeration, namely waves on the beach. In seawater is very rich in ions. For example, seawater that tastes salty. When there are waves, the waves will enter oxygen into the water. When seawater meets high dissolved oxygen, it makes seawater minerals form oxides or solids, and will settle and gather into sand. So the sand is the result of the aeration process. When WWTP with biological aeration. In man-made waste, or WWTP, when the waste contains something that can no longer be filtered using a filter. What should be done? Can use biological aeration, which has microbes in water. Aeration will try to contact the air with water, and usually microbes will decompose organic compounds. WWTP or wastewater treatment plant with alum. Alum can be used to purify water. How does alum work? So you can collect or agglomerate. First is colloid system that initially resisted because the charge is the same. So the dirt spread and cause dirty or cloudy water added coagulants capable of making it is interesting and can be layered or double layered. So the dirt will clump and will form a precipitate so that water be clear. Then I will explain about coagulation and fluctuation. Coagulation is the process of destabilizing colloidal particles by adding a chemical compound called a coagulant. Then flocculation is a slow process that moves continuously as long as the suspended particle mix in the water, so that the particle will become large and move towards the sedimentation process. The basic idea of flocculation is to precipitate flux by adding flocculants. Then factors that affect coagulants. First, temperature. Low temperature will disrupt the process of coagulant, so coagulant work best in warm temperature. Second, pH. Coagulant effectiveness is highly dependent on pH for some coagulants. Then third, turbidity. Water's turbidity is also important. The lower the turbidity, the more difficult it is to form proper flow. Then most common coagulant chemicals. The most commonly used coagulant chemical is aluminum sulfate, commonly known as alum. When added to water, alum forms jelly-like aluminum hydroxide particles. Trivalent aluminum ions neutralize and other two negatively charged particles in water, forming alum microswarms work best in the pH range of 5.5 to 7.5. Then polymers. Polymers are defined as a synthetic compound with high molecular weight and composed of repeating chemical units of monomers. Polymer may be polyelectrolyte, such as the water-soluble flocculants, water-insoluble ion exchange resins, or insoluble unchanged materials. Polymers are long chains of molecules that produce highly charged ions and help being microflock together into large flock particles. They are very popular with operators because they are very effective and can be positive, negative, or neutral. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.